Gentlemen, I'm bringing the energy. Episode 3, Heads Up Play. I noticed last episode I was a little low. You could barely hear myself talk. Audio was terrible. I gotta bring the energy this episode. I'm here. Episode 3, Sweaty Boy getting so hot in this here sweatshirt. It's episode 3. We talking baseball. We talking the upcoming weekend of college football. We talking a little bit more, and it's all right here on Heads Up Play. Ladies and gentlemen, whoever's watching, we got myself, Sweaty Boy. We got J-Dub, John Wesley Woodham, and we got Yeehaw Cowboy, John Rivers Knicks. How we doing, fellas?
That was beautiful, Sam. That was beautiful.
I need the energy. Wake up!
Blitz! 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 Woo! It's time for the weekend, baby. Woo! Hookah! We're ready for the weekend. Let's go. Oh, where do we begin?
I think we start off, guys.
Let's go. Let's start off with you, John. You was live at the whipping that happened on Tuesday night at the Hancock Whitney Stadium with the Southern Miss Golden Eagles, thinking they could come into Mobile, the 251, and beat the Jaguars of South Alabama. Give us a little bit of update on that. How was that game? Rank, what did you eat? Tell us everything. What was the best experience you had?
Gonna throw some photos in here.
They got a new statue in front of the stadium of Southpaw.
It looked good.
Yeah, it does. It's very colorful. Very colorful. Yeah, I thought it was inside up under over by the Michelob Terrace, but it's yeah, man, I honestly didn't watch much of the game. We got there the second quarter, and then we were in the student section, and you know how that goes. You see everybody, and you're backs to the field the whole time. But our quarterback looks really good. Southern Miss sucks. I feel like this year they're not what they used to be. No, I agree. I think that South has a lot of potential this year. I mean, I think that we can make a bowl game. It'll be like the Montgomery Dreamers Bowl or something, but
yeah, I thought we're talking about the University of South Alabama here. They got a new statue of the mascot, Southpaw, put it in front of their stadium. Stadium has only been around for, the third year now, open in the COVID season. I thought that they had moved, based on the picture, because it looks a lot like the other Southpaw statue on the other side of campus. I thought that they moved that and put it in front of the stadium, but no, it's a totally different one. And are they not doing Miss Paula a little dirty? Southpaw's got 2 statues now. Miss Paula ain't got a statue.
I was going to say this. Yeah, we're all about equal rights.
That's what I'm saying.
Come on,
misogynistic university.
Miss Paula looks like she's been eating good lately. That's all I'm going to say.
She getting a little chunky. I don't know what kind of prey she going to catch.
She been eating at the calf. She been at the pizza bar. Y'all seen Mrs. Met? Y'all seen that picture of Mrs. Met?
No, what Miss Met do?
Y'all haven't seen that picture?
She a little chunky? They put some weighted balls on there? Yeah. But all right, well, guys, let's get into it. Let's talk a little bit of the current where the MLB playoffs sit. As we talk right now, the Astros and the Rangers are currently playing in Game 4 of the ALCS. I believe the Astros are leading 3-0 right now. Weird situation going on there. Rangers can't seem to beat the Astros at home. The Astros lost both of their games at home to the Rangers. So weird thing going on. And the Diamondbacks, the answer backs, came back. Ketel Marte walked off the Phillies. Kind of a gut punch for the Phillies. Do you not agree?
It hurt. It did take away a little bit of momentum from the Phillies. I mean, watching those first 2 games in Philly, oh my God. I thought it was going to be a sweep, especially after game 2, 10-0. I mean, that definitely was kudos. Y'all give it up for the Diamondbacks. They're back.
If you're the Diamondbacks, you have to win those games at home because It's to win in Philly. That's going to be really, really tough.
They're still
They're
doing
gonna have
2-3-2, right?
Yeah, yeah. So even if
they're
if the Diamondbacks still are to win this series, it will have to be won in Philadelphia, which is
Yeah.
going to be really tough.
Well, I mean, the thing, like you were just saying, the Rangers can't win at home, and the Astros have a terrible home record for the regular season. They I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but they don't do too hot at home. But I don't know, man. I feel like the Phillies got it in the bag, honestly, after watching, like, because I figured Zach Wheeler and Aaron Nola would have slowed down. Hell, even Ranger Suarez came out and started. I mean, I don't know what's up with that, but
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Ranger Suarez is a good pitcher. Y'all used to get. I didn't say nothing, but I kind of thought he was a good pitcher even in the regular season.
I
I
don't
mean,
think
I
he's
thought
fantastic, but he's solid.
they had a pretty deep rotation with them three. To be honest, they're not even pitching. Damn, Walker, Tyrone Walker,
Hmm.
whatever his first name is,
Taiwan.
Taiwan.
Taiwan, Tijon.
Um, well, I forgot where I was going with this. Oh, excuse me. The Diamondbacks have themselves a little bit of a rotation. They got Gallen, they got um,
Mill
uh,
Kelly.
Merrill Kelly, and the guy that they threw out there today, he's a rookie, Stephen. I think his name's Stephen Fat, Pfaadt, an interesting
Yeah.
last name. I believe got 9 Ks against that hot Phillies uh, red hot offense. So they pulled him after I believe 5 2/3 innings, but it seemed to be the right move. Um, yeah, Diamondbacks they got to keep going, but it's going to be tough to win in Philly.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
but
say
go ahead, John.
they're gonna have to win this next game. If they don't win this next game, I know it's gonna be like, oh, of course. I know you gotta win. Of course, you. If they don't win this next game, it's over. But like, I'm just saying what everybody's gonna say. Like, they're gonna have to win this next game because if they don't win this next game, go back to Philly 3-1. They're not gonna make it to Game 6.
No, they it's two in Philly, 3 in Arizona, 2 in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well then they're gonna have. I don't know. I don't see Philly losing all 3 games in Arizona. If they take a game, I could see the next game being the game they take.
Well, I mean, here's the thing though. Who are the Phillies throwing tomorrow?
It'll probably be another
Check.
bullpen game.
Yeah,
They probably haven't announced it yet. Let me check.
It'll probably have to be a bullpen game for Arizona too.
So Christopher Sanchez bullpen.
who's Arizona throwing?
They haven't announced yet.
Yeah, that's probably unannounced.
It'll be
Have
a
you guys
bullpen
seen
game. But
the pettiness of the Phillies fans? The tickets for the NLCS in Arizona are so cheap. They're like $6 tickets up in the nosebleeds. And of course, Chase Field, their seats go way up there.
It's a big stadium.
It is a big stadium. They go, and of course, they can't fill it up. So the Phillies fans have taken to buying up rows of seats. I'm talking 14, 15 seats, all going for $6 a piece, so that they're just not filled. Is that not kind of petty?
I saw that, and I didn't know if that was real or if that's just Arizona like trying to hype them up. But if it's real, then yeah, it's super petty.
I mean, if the tickets are only going for like $6, I mean, you buy 10 of them, that's like $60 plus, whatever fees and taxes. That if you're that big of a fan,
I'm about to say.
you're really
I mean,
want
it's
to do
one of
that
those. I
much.
think it's petty, but like if it's like one of those like, dang, gotta respect it. Like if you're that much of a diehard fan and you want to do that, all kudos to you. If you got that kind of money to spend, you know what I mean. Kudos to you, kind of
Let's
thing.
start a GoFundMe. Let's start a GoFundMe, and let's buy up an entire section at the Phillies if they go to the World Series.
Well, I saw a Braves fan did that, and he bought like 2 tickets, and it was like I forgot how much it was, but he spent like 40 something $1,000 to
I'm about to
just have
say,
empty seats at Citizens Bank Park.
and I'm one of those like, okay, if we're gonna make a difference, we're gonna get like, for instance, 10 seats. I'm all about it. But if we're gonna get 2 seats, like that
It's not
ain't
going
gonna
to
do
make much of a
shit.
difference, yeah.
That ain't gonna do much.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
let's
all right,
move
let's
on
move
to the
on.
Astros, to the top. Astros, Texas, right now, bottom of the second, with Garcia up. It is 3-0 in the bottom of the second. So we still don't know the outcome of this game. They play tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a pitching gym. It could possibly be. I mean, tomorrow is going to be Verlander versus Montgomery. It could possibly be Texas 3-1 tomorrow, clinching, if they come back tonight.
That's honestly probably the best case scenario for Texas. But again, there's something about them playing at home against the Astros. They haven't proven it all season long that they can beat them at home, but they have proven that they can beat the Astros in Houston. It's so weird. I don't quite get it. I don't know how this series is going to go. If I had to put money on it, I'd probably say the Rangers are going to continue and pull it out, and we're looking at a Texas Philadelphia World Series.
I'm like you. I'm still going with my Texas pick. Even though the Astros has possibly the best playoff batter in the last 10 years. Even he didn't do nothing against the Braves, but Yonder Alvarez, oh my God. I mean, he has an RBI already today.
I told my fiance this last night. We were watching the game, and she's going crazy about Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper has been unbelievable this postseason. Nick Castellanos has been unbelievable this postseason. Jordan's been doing that for the past since he came out of Cuba. The dude is that good.
I'm gonna look up how many home runs he has in his playoff career because it feels like he has over 10, at least.
Have y'all seen what Altuve's on track for?
Yeah, he's already got I think he hit 30 postseason home runs last postseason. What's he on track for?
No, I don't. He's at Adolis just hit a home run for the Rangers.
There we go.
Yeah, so you got to realize he's only been in the playoffs 4 years. Yordan Alvarez, he has a total 4 years, 11 series, has a total of 12 home runs, 36 RBIs, with a batting average of .272, with only 63 strikeouts.
All right, well, hey,
he's so clutch too.
His worst series was against us. 2021 was his worst series.
To do you one better, he was there in 2017, but Jose Altuve is 4 home runs away from tying the record of 29. He sits at 25 right now.
Okay. Yeah, he's incredible in the postseason as well.
And nobody gives him credit. Well, I get it. Everybody.
I think people give Jose Altuve plenty of credit.
Bzz, bzz, you got that buzzer. You can hit 29 home runs.
No, do not take my jersey off.
No. Who is celebrating and thinking, you know what? And this can stop and say, no, I don't want to take off my shirt. While you just hit a home run, walk off to go to the World Series. You go, no.
Hey, man, he had a bad tattoo.
We just don't know the full story. We just don't know.
He had a bad sunburn and didn't want to get hurt.
Hang on, but all right, on a serious note, was that actually confirmed that they were using a buzzer? Did they come out and admit to that?
Well, he had the microphone or whatever it was around him. So most baseball players aren't wearing that in their everyday playing. So I don't know. At the very least, they were banging a drum, a trash can.
Well, I'm saying, has that been proven? Because last I heard, when I heard about that, the trash can, you can prove that easily, but the buzzer, I'd never heard definite, yes on that.
I don't know. I really don't. But on a transitory note, I don't know if I use that word correctly.
Yeah, I don't.
To transition into college football, the Michigan Wolverines, and I haven't read too much into it. I probably should have. But the Michigan Wolverines are now under investigation by the NCAA for sign stealing and among other things. I don't know. I've only seen some ESPN notifications regarding it. I don't really know how you can steal signs in college football, or what exactly
Tom Brady did it.
Signs. And I don't know what the level of this is okay.
Tom Brady, I will say, he never stole signs. It was Spygate and it was deflated footballs. Tom Brady is a national hero. He was a national hero in this household just because he likes his balls a little deflated, just a little bit, a wee bit.
And he has the greatest poop in the universe.
He does. The
Spice Malone.
It's the
Only South
spice
Park fans
Malone.
understand that.
Spice
Yeah, I
Malone.
don't know what you were talking about.
I knew immediately when you said, "Look at his tour." The spice. The spice.
All
Well,
right.
you know
Well,
what? We're talking about college football, so we're going to bring up a question today about college football before we get into our picks. Boys, can you give me your 3 most favorite college football uniforms?
Who goes first? Let's make this interesting. Let's all, John, since you brought the question up, you tell me and Sam to pick a number, and then we'll decide who goes first from that.
how about we go like I say one, you say one.
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna say
know,
yeah. I don't understand what I'm so confused, and I don't know why, John. It looks like we're in the same house. Like all walls are matching and all that a little bit.
Oh my God! What if we flip the cameras around and showed Sam that we are with each other?
Yeah, got you.
all right. John,
I'll start it.
Cowboy, you start us off.
My number
No, I don't
3.
like
My
that. I
number.
don't think that's fair. That's not fair. I don't want John to go first.
Okay, then you go first.
I want Sam to go first.
No, you don't sound ready, so you go first.
No, I'm ready.
Okay, all right, all right. For whatever reason, I'll go first.
Are we doing
And
3-3-3, 2-2-2, 1-1-1?
uh, I didn't. Yeah, I can put the three in order. Okay, so then in that case, my number three out of my favorite college football uniforms of all time, I gotta go, and they wear it once in a blue moon, but I'm gonna go with the green Notre Dame. They had the green game earlier this season against Ohio State, which they lost. But that uniform, the golden domes, the green with the little shamrock on it, such a clean looking uniform. They should wear it more often. I think green should be the actual color for the Fighting Irish. I don't know where the
Yeah.
hell navy blue came from, but yeah, I think that is so clean. It looks way better than their regular navy jerseys. Yeah, I'm gonna go for number three, Notre Dame green.
Okay.
All right. Who's next?
Cowboy.
I'm
We
gonna
all
go. Speaking, you just said cowboy. I'm gonna go with
Oh,
number
don't do it.
3. I love the burnt orange in Texas. I'm saying this as Alabama. I love the logo on the helmet, the Longhorn.
It
I
is clean.
love and the way, and I know it's the little things. I love the Longhorn emblem, like right here on the collar, right there, in front of the jersey. I think that's one of the cleanest jerseys. That is gonna be my number 3, the burnt orange
Well, do you
Texas
prefer
Longhorn.
the home with the orange unis, or do you like the away, like the stormtrooper look, where it's mostly white with a little
Orange,
orange trim?
orange,
You like, okay, I
orange.
like
I
that too.
love the orange one. John, what you got number 3?
I like the orange Miami Hurricanes jerseys.
Okay, nice, nice. You like
Yeah.
you like thugs.
Y'all are gonna, yeah. What was it? Catholics versus convicts.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
What year was that? Like 1988 or something like that.
That was
Uh,
right before they got. That was like before they got the death penalty. I think.
was it? Did Miami get? Miami didn't get the death penalty, did they?
SMU
Yeah.
did.
SMU got the death penalty, but Miami got a lot of sanctions for
They didn't get the
ton of
actual death
crap.
penalty. I thought that they were like
No,
done.
I want to say
they
SMU
were
is the one
close
too.
to it, I do believe.
No,
I think
I promise. Did they
no,
not?
Miami never got death
No,
penalty. I think the only death penalty is SMU.
yeah, they're the only one, and it takes a lot to get to the death penalty. And of course, and they were only done for what, like a year
And
or two.
I'm about to say that, and they were still shocked. I mean, like when you get death penalty, you don't rebuild a program. If it happened in the '80s, Miami wouldn't have been who they was in the '90s with the death
Okay, yeah,
penalty.
you're right. You're
Yeah.
right. It says it wasn't the death penalty, but it pretty much like they were on their deathbed. I always thought that they had it.
Only like them and Penn State were like two of the teams. Like they were like when I say like near, they're like they're on the deathbed
We
kind
don't
of
know
thing.
the
Like,
whole story, John. We don't.
Inside joke. Well, in SMU, they got the death penalty. I don't know. It was some year in the '80s. They never recovered.
I think it was
They
19.
they
I
would have
think it was
been
19. It was like 84 or 85.
yeah
It was when
yeah. I
Eric
think it was
Dickerson
one of those two.
was there.
Well, all right. My number two And I almost included in my top three Miami's green. I like the green Miami jerseys. They don't wear those a ton. Like the orange ones are usually like their main jersey, I do believe. But I almost went with green. But my number two, TCU. I like the trim, the horns around,
I
like the
like
kind of
that. I like
looks
that.
like a
I
Black Panther kind of thing going on. They always got nice chrome helmets, cool logo. Give me TCU number two.
Okay. Well, my number two kind of go off yours a little bit with the collar. They got the. I want to go with the Florida State Seminoles, the
Nice,
home jerseys.
nice.
I love those jerseys. You know, they got the sleeves.
Yep.
I guess that's a. Is that a red color? I mean, I'm colorblind. It looks
Yeah,
good.
it's yeah, it's
It's garnet.
I just
crimson
love.
kind of.
I love the collar. I think the collar looks clean. I love the helmets. I love. To be honest, I love the tradition at Florida State. You know, Chief
Oh, it's
Seminole
great.
comes out, throws this. It's awesome. I'm all see. Florida State. I would love to go to a Florida State game. I mean, where I live, it's an hour, hour and a half. I would go there anytime to go watch a Florida State game. Excuse
John,
me, John. Well,
that was actually going to be my number three, but I don't know. I still got a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth from 2013. Um,
I
y'all are
understand.
going to hate my top two.
Let's hear it.
Oh, sorry. I thought, okay. Number two is the Ole Miss Powder Blues.
No, I like
Dang
those a
it!
lot.
That was my number one. That was my
Was it
number
really?
one. Yeah, dang it! Now I'm gonna come up with a new one.
Those are clean. Those are clean.
Yeah.
Continue why you like it. I'm gonna come up with another one.
Dude, I don't know, man. I hate to say this. I hate to say this, but when the Phillies rock the Powder Blues, I love that, man. I really
Anything
do.
powder
Like,
blue, anything powder
it's just,
blue is great.
yes, dude. I wish that the Braves could somehow like spin that into something they do, but I don't think that we have like I don't think that would ever work for us. But yeah, I love Powder Blue, man.
Well, we did the cream a few, back like in the early 2010s. I hated those.
I
Hated
love
those
that,
jerseys.
man. Dude, I wanted a cream colored Max Free jersey
They
so
were so
bad.
boring. They didn't even have the tomahawk on them. I hated those.
I hated the
Yeah, they
cream
were
ones.
clean
But
though, man.
to go off of the baseball power blue, who has better, Phillies or Cardinals? I think the Phillies look really good, but I think the Cardinals powder blue is
I'm
better.
gonna go. I'm gonna go Phillies.
I'm gonna go Phillies.
I don't know
Okay,
though. I
okay,
might
see
go
how it is.
Seattle Mariners when they do the powder blue.
Oh, like the
Ah,
old school? I don't think
Yeah.
they have a powder. They have a
hey,
powder blue.
number one jersey in all of sports of all time, without a doubt, is the throwback Diamondbacks jerseys, the purple ones.
Oh, those are so sick.
Yes,
Yeah,
dude.
I hope they break. If they make it to the World Series, they got to break those out for a game.
Oh, they
All
have
right, we're
to,
getting off
bro. They
track. All
have
right,
to.
We're
football's
getting
number
way off.
one.
All right, all
Football
right.
number one.
My number one. It was stolen by John Rivers. My number one is the Florida State Seminoles, specifically the home, the garnet color, the red, the stuff they got going on around the collar. It's so clean. It's they got one of the coolest, I think the coolest helmet in college football with the arrowhead. It's so sick. The colors are fantastic. I agree. The tradition at FSU. I'm kind of a Florida Gator by association. I'm here in Gainesville, but I would love to go see a game in Tallahassee. I think they're sick. It's fantastic. Such a great tradition, like you said. Chief Osceola coming out, throwing the whatever it is into the ground and riding off. Yeah, they got the tomahawk chop. Dion brought it to the Braves. Fantastic tradition. Florida State, number one.
John, go next. I'm gonna go do something real fast. I gotta go use the bathroom. John, go next.
No, I want you to hear it. That just kind of defeats the purpose.
No,
You're
I know.
not going to the
I can
bathroom.
hear. I can hear it in my headphones.
No, I want you to react to it. So you go first, because you're going to go put on a
No,
jersey and
no,
then
no.
come back.
I gotta go. You go first. I'm gonna listen to it.
No, I'm going to wait.
No, we can't just have dead space on the podcast. Let's talk.
Oh my gosh. My favorite one, I really wanted to see his reaction from this because he's going to hate it, is the Tennessee Volunteers Matt Gray
Oh,
jerseys. I
Ah,
love those,
which
dude.
ones? Gray ones, you said? The gray and orange ones?
Like when they have like the matte gray helmets and the orange tee, I love that.
No,
Dude.
Hey, I know which one you're talking about. I ain't gonna lie. If I had to pick a Tennessee jersey, it would be the black one. The black one looks good. But I hate
Okay,
Tennessee.
I think what he's thinking about is the gray one, Sam. I think he's
It's all the same, dude.
yeah.
All right.
No,
All right.
that's that puke inside.
Hey, I hear. Oh, I got to go to the bathroom. I'm gonna come back with my favorite jersey of all time.
Here's my favorite jersey.
Yes!
It's Alabama. Woo! You know, we have the best jersey. You got tradition. You got we don't need no fancy jersey like Oregon or Tennessee. You know what we need? We got rings to show. We got rings that shows our colors of our jerseys. There we go. There we go, baby.
Right there.
Hey,
Look at that
Alabama.
stripe.
Hit your stride. So I got to do it on y'all. Got the greatest of all time on my back. Don't know if you can see it.
Broadway Joe.
Joe Namath.
More interceptions than touchdowns, baby. Let's go.
Does Alabama
won
have
Super
names
Bowl
on their
III.
jerseys? They don't, right? They don't do that, right?
Nope. We don't believe in that.
So that's not an authentic jersey, John.
It's Nike, though.
It's got the swoosh.
It ain't Ralph, though.
It ain't Ralph, though. All right. Woo! You know what? Let's get into it. John, you said Tennessee jerseys. I said Alabama. Let's get into our predictions of the week. First game, one of the big games of the week. We're going to go with our Alabama versus Tennessee at Alabama. Who do we got, fellas? Tell me your thoughts on the game. Sam, take it off.
I'm going to this game this Saturday. I'll be
reporting. We're going mobile. We're going mobile.
Sitting live in the heads up play going mobile. Maybe I'll live stream something. You don't know. Maybe I'll talk to some people there on the quad. Who knows? I'm gonna be live.
Rumor has it, Sam,
from the nosebleeds.
Rumor has it, Sam, that you and SEC Nation are going to be doing stuff together, collaborating. Correct?
Yeah, that's right. I'm going to be on stage with Paul Feinbaum, Tim Tebow, and Roman Harper, and we're just going to be BSing. I know them all personally.
We're going to be booing. We're going to be booing.
I'm bringing a sign. I'm putting it up there, and I'm saying, hey, buddies, don't forget about me. Let me tell y'all something. Everybody listening to this right now. Last year, a year ago to the day, them Tennessee Volunteers, they kicked a little pooch BS field goal. It barely got up. It barely split the uprights. They won. They ate their cake. They took that goalpost down. They got their $100,000 or whatever fine it was. They marched that thing down to the Tennessee or whatever, threw it in there like a bunch of low down, dirty snitches they are. Tell you what, things is different the next go round. Took them 15 years to get it. Well, I tell you what, it's a different story in Tuscaloosa. Give me the Tide. But no cover. Realistically, no cover. Give me the Tide and a close.
I like it. I like it.
I'm confident, but I ain't that confident, baby.
I hate that we started out with this one, because if you would have asked me this last week before y'all's game against Arkansas, I would have been like Alabama cover all day. But I don't know, man. I kind of like Tennessee to upset. I'm not gonna lie.
So John's going.
If there's any game for Joe Milton to break out and just have a fantastic game, it's going to be this one.
And I was about to say, if there's any game for Jalen Milroe to like absolutely like mess up, it's going to be this one, because I feel like everybody in Tuscaloosa knows what happened last year and everybody's upset about it. Was he on the team last year when that happened?
Yeah, he was back up.
Milroe, yeah, he was back up. So, John, is this your upset of the week? Tennessee beating Bama?
Yeah, because it ain't going to be Auburn beating Ole Miss.
We'll get in. That's our next game we're gonna talk about. And I got some. So I'm gonna go Bama. I'm gonna go Bama. Obviously, I'm gonna go Bama 27-20. I think it's gonna be a close one, the whole game, and I think Bama's gonna pull away late. Give me Bama. I don't think Nick Saban is gonna lose to Josh Heupel 2 weeks in a row, but we have to improve our play calling on offense. Tommy Reese, we have to improve our play calling in the second half. That second half, if we play that way against Tennessee, Josh Heupel will execute, and we will get beat. But we have to do that, and I think we will. So y'all be ready, everybody. I'm telling you, I think we're going to have a big week this week, Alabama football. If we can get through Tennessee, then we're going to beat LSU. I believe it heartily. This is, if we can get through Tennessee, LSU, we're in the SEC championship.
I agree, John.
Let's move.
I would just want to say, you said y'all's offensive coordinator, but Milroe has to get better at decision making. Like, there were a lot of plays last week where he just threw the ball away or threw it to the first receiver he saw. It's like he gets in the pocket and he starts to panic, and if the receiver that he had predetermined not to throw the ball to isn't open, then it's just it's a waste of a down. And yeah, I'm not saying that to talk trash, because we have our own problems at quarterback.
No, it's right.
No, you're right.
You're right.
He does not have great progressions. He is getting a little bit better, like after the Texas game, but not as great as I'd like to see. He is I got this one receiver in mind, and if he's not open, what do I do with the ball? Like, dude, throw it away. Don't take the sack. But yeah, I agree. Just to put that to an end. Tommy Reese needs to get a little bit less one-dimensional on play calling.
Run the ball more, but
it's so predictable. Run up the middle, first down
every time. Let's go with John's team. Ole Miss at Auburn. I'm going to start off because I got some optimism for John. I truly think Auburn is going to be in this game until the fourth quarter. I truly believe this. I think you're going to see.
What a backhanded compliment.
No, I think Auburn is going to be playing the same way they did against Georgia. I think Auburn is going to be in the game. I wouldn't be shocked if Auburn goes up at halftime. I'm going to be honest. I believe in Auburn's defense. I don't think Ole Miss's offense. This is not your typical Lane Kiffin's old offense. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I could possibly see Auburn winning this week.
What's the spread on the game right now? I was hoping one of y'all would have it, because I don't. I can look it up.
I don't. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
I don't.
We have dead space. We have dead space right now. Somebody find the answer right now.
They still. Oh, I
don't know.
They still don't get a roll time. A War Eagle from me. If they beat Ole Miss this week, they can get a War Eagle from me.
Ole Miss is a 6.5-point favorite.
I don't see them covering that.
Is honestly a lot closer than what I thought it would be. Now, all right, John. To your point, if we come out and we show up like we did in the first half against Georgia, I think that will extend a lot longer than it did against Georgia, because I don't think Ole Miss is as good as Georgia. The only issue is, who is going to be our quarterback this game? Is it going to be who's going to start it off? Because last week we had Robbie Ashford, and it was going pretty good, and then we put in Peyton Thorne again, and that's just not helping anybody's confidence. And that's, until that stops, I'm not going to have much confidence in our team.
I'm with Cowboy on this one. I looked at this one on the list, and I almost chose this as my upset. I was like, man, and it's one of those things. I just feel like home field advantage is becoming more and more of an advantage in college football, or really in sports as a whole, if you look at what Philly's doing. But I just couldn't go with Auburn to totally pull the upset. I can definitely see it, but right now I do think that Ole Miss is a little bit too much for Auburn. However, I do think that Auburn defense can score on Ole Miss, but I don't see that offense keeping the defense off the field.
I agree. I mean, I think Auburn is getting – I'll say this is probably the best Auburn defense we've seen since maybe – what year was it? 2018. Truly.
Oh, you talking about 2017 when we went to when we beat Georgia?
Yeah, I believe it was Kevin Steele over that defense.
All right,
Probably
hey,
was.
can I pick the next game to talk about? One that I'm very interested in.
Please
Yes.
lead us on.
Duke at Florida State.
I like this one. I was hoping you
I
were
like this
like
game
this
a
one.
lot. I look forward to watching it, and I'm going to go with Florida State on this one. I've been big on them all year being a good team, and I feel like this is one of their, other than LSU, one of their biggest tests of the years. And this could be a defining moment for them, and if they deserve to be in the playoffs or not.
All right. I praised them about 10, 15 minutes ago, whatever it was. I love their tradition. I love what they do at Florida State. The tomahawk chop, it's fantastic when it's wild. This is my upset of the week. The Duke Blue Devils and Mike Elko are going to roll into Tallahassee, and they're going to shock the nation. They already beat Clemson. Clemson put up a hell of a fight against Florida State. I think Florida State, they're fantastic. I think there's some outliers looking into the playoff right now. I think that there is a separation between the top four teams and them. I don't think they have what it takes. I love Jordan Travis. I love their receivers. But I just don't know if they're going to win every game that they're supposed to win. And I think if they're going to lose one, it's going to be this one. Give me Duke.
I like it. I like it. You know, I like Duke. They got the hometown boy from Fairhope, Alabama, Riley Leonard.
Yeah.
Riley Leonard, he's good. He's good. He's good. I love the whole story of your mom. His mom takes him every game, you suck, to motivate him and all that. I think that's great. I think it truly is how sports, like, you grow up playing sports in Alabama. You know what I mean? They don't see that in the North. You see it a lot in southern states. I like Florida State. I like Duke. I truly think Florida State's probably going to go to the playoff. They're in my top four. I'm gonna go Florida State with this one, but I think if it says right now Florida State is 14.5-point favorites, and that's of Thursday night. Thursday night, of course. Florida State is 14.5-point favorite. I don't think Duke's going to lose by 14.5 points. So I would take that bet I would bet Duke plus 14.5. But I like Florida State. I think Duke. This might be the best year of Duke football. I mean,
Oh, for sure.
Besides that one year they played Johnny Manziel and Texas A&M in that bowl game, they were pretty good that year too. But I like it. Give me Florida State, but I'm taking Duke plus 14.5. Next
one
game,
second.
let's talk about
breaking news. Corey Seager just tied the game up.
Corey Seager, man.
Told y'all. They're going to go. I'm telling you, Rangers. Next game, it's at 11 o'clock. Game of the week. It's the Nittany Lions of Penn State versus the Buckeyes from Ohio State. Who wants to start this one off?
I want to start it off by saying that we should all ban college football for having this game at 11 o'clock.
I 100% agree.
This is undoubtedly the game of the week. Like,
is this the whiteout game
of the week?
No.
It's at Ohio.
It's at Ohio
because
State.
it's. Yeah. Oh, you're right.
I don't know though. I kind of like it being on Fox. Let me tell you, at 11 o'clock at Fox because you got Gus Johnson. I love Gus Johnson when he calls games.
Right, but why is Fox knows they just can't compete with ABC or CBS. They know they can't compete, so they put all their games in the noon slot. Even if Gus is the best announcer, that's a conversation we can have. Best college football announcers today. But yeah,
these are the games on Fox. At what you have that game on 11, at 3 o'clock you have Houston, Texas, and then 7:30 is Utah at USC. Which I will talk about that game next because that's my upset of the week. But Penn State, Ohio State. I think this might be one of the best football games of the season. This might go up there with a Notre Dame versus Ohio State game. I think this is going to be a good one. I predicted Penn State to beat Ohio State and Michigan to beat Penn State to kind of cause an uproar. I think, though, I'm probably going to lean a little bit towards the Buckeyes. I don't know. I like Penn State's defense. I really like their defense. But I don't know. It's still Ohio State. I mean, I don't know. They don't play a lot of people in the Big Ten. Give me Ohio State. The line is Ohio State minus 4.5. I'd probably take that.
I agree. I originally had Penn State in an upset. Obviously, not much of an upset when the line is that short. But just thinking back on it, Ohio State, it's at home. Um, I'm sure it'll be a pretty rowdy crowd. I think Kyle McCord is gaining more confidence. He's getting comfortable as Ohio State's quarterback. I think I think we might start to see Ohio State roll a little bit here the rest of the season into the game against Michigan. And I think this is the point of every season where Penn State starts to fall off. It's like the same story with
I
James
agree.
Franklin every single year. So yeah, give me the Buckeyes as well.
John, what you got?
I don't have much to say. I would take Ohio State if they were a 10-point favorite. I don't know, man. That maybe it'd be different if they were playing in state college, but they're not.
Next game. This is my upset of the week. I think it's an obvious upset. I would think Utah at USC. I'm gonna go USC. I think USC. Utah being 14th, USC being 18th. I think USC is going to run the numbers up on Utah. I think Caleb Williams. There's no way Caleb Williams. I mean, I'm saying I watch a lot of like NFL drafts. And he's going to be the number one pick if he decides to go. He is possibly the best quarterback prospect. Maybe. I mean, he's definitely a better prospect than. And I'm not downing him at all, but he's better than like your Burrows, your Andrew Lucks. He might be as good as like Peyton Manning when it comes to like a draft prospect in the class. Like he's just that. I don't know. I'm big on Caleb Williams. It's just if not Kingsbury. I think Cliff Kingsbury and Lincoln Riley's the same person. I know he coaches. He coaches at USC now as like a offensive analyst. But if Lincoln Riley's defense don't show up, maybe Utah can take it. But I'm gonna go USC with this one.
Yeah, I agree. USC at home. Utah struggled on the road, lost to Oregon State. And Oregon State's a good team with DJU, but I don't really believe in Utah much at this point. I think USC, this is I guess you could say, a get-right game after their recent loss. So, yeah, give me the Trojans.
Yeah, I think Utah is extremely overrated, and I guess I got two upsets of the week, but I don't know, man. It ain't happening, especially at USC. I like Lincoln Riley's offense, and I feel like, I know they lost to Notre Dame last week. They got, quite frankly, the crap beat out of them, but that's a bigger test than Utah, in my opinion. So I like USC.
I agree. Let me tell y'all a fun game, though. A fun game. It's kind of crazy to think about. A year ago, this matchup was massive. It was the Big 12 championship game. You had TCU versus Kansas State. This year, they're playing this week. TCU, it's crazy how the tables have turned. TCU 4-3, and Kansas State 4-2. These two teams were a game away from the playoffs, both of them.
Yeah.
I mean, Kansas State, they won it last year, did they not? The Big 12.
Yeah, that was the one loss that TCU had going into the playoffs.
Yeah.
So that's just crazy to think, in my opinion. I'm going to probably go Kansas State. I don't think TCU's that good this year. I'm going to go Kansas State.
Kansas State, same.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Wildcats as well. It's at home, Bill Snyder Family Field or whatever it's called there. Give me the Wildcats. It's the battle of the mediocres.
Ow. I'll tell you one more game.
Look what I found in my shoelace.
What is
that?
A
pea? That was one of those things.
I know what those are.
The prickle things. Yeah.
But one more game, and I think it's funny because what happened behind the scenes. South Carolina at Missouri. Reports have it that Shane Beamer got so upset after the Florida loss last week. He said he kicked something and broke his foot. or it was either
You
broke
buying
his
it?
foot or
Are you
broke his
buying it?
leg. Yes,
Oh, I'm buying it.
100%. 100%. It's one of those like, okay, if you're lying about what are you gaining from this?
I just want to know what did he kick? Has that been
It
released?
hasn't been announced. He said he just started kicking stuff. It had to be. If I was a betting man, probably a wall or something
Yeah,
stupid like
that's what I would think.
Haraska Urena or whatever his name was for the Braves.
I really
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
him, man.
Well,
Sorry,
I
Yeah,
remember
not him.
I was going to a Braves game. It was the Braves versus the Mets, and I think would pitch the night before. And I remember I'm driving down Atlanta's, you know how crazy their traffic is, and my phone just starts blowing up. Brake's hand punches the wall. I was like, oh my god! I've never understood. You know, when you see them watching the NBA, you got players go on the sideline, they start punching the not the crowd, but that's Malice at the Palace. But they start punching the seats. I've never understood that. But I'm gonna tell you though, Missouri, that's a fun team. They're 6-1 this year. That might be the best Missouri team since playing Auburn. Was it? They played Auburn in the SEC
2013.
championship.
Yeah.
Yep, I
yeah.
think this might be the best team. I mean, they're 6-1, and if
There's
they're
there's
gonna
no
win this
might
game.
about it.
They're gonna win this game. It's gonna make them 7-1. The rest of their schedule is as followed. They got okay. Well,
Yeah,
we're
Georgia,
gonna talk about it when
Tennessee,
they play.
Florida, and Arkansas.
They
That
might
Georgia
give
Missouri
Georgia
game will be the biggest game of the SEC East for the whole season.
if they got. I mean, Brock Bowers being down. Why not
Only
Missouri?
thing is it's in Athens, but
That's the only thing. And if you remember last
it's
year,
still a good game.
they had. If you remember last year, they had Georgia on the line. Like I think they hit a game-winning field goal against Missouri.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, they might be the real Tigers of the SEC, and nobody talks about them.
Yeah, I mean, if LSU hadn't come back and beat them,
John, you can admit
ain't
that. You can admit that right now.
John, it took a last second field goal for
I'm
y'all to beat
joking.
them last season. You remember that?
I'm joking. I'm joking. Yes, they're a good team.
It's
This
such
is
a
the best team they've had since 2013. We're obviously going to pick Missouri in this one.
I can't
But
wait to hear Auburn fans
I
saying
think you
we're a
said something.
basketball school.
We're in everything school. We're in everything school. Get it right. We're good at
Why are you not ranked? Why are you
basketball,
not ranked? Why are
football,
you not ranked? Why are you not ranked? Why are you not ranked?
gymnastics.
Why are you not ranked?
Let me finish talking. Let me finish talking. Baseball, softball, Suni Lee, swimming.
Who is that? I only know Livy Dunn. Who's that?
We're a family.
Let me just hire Hugh Freeze and here, don't take the credit card.
I agree.
Y'all
But
leave my boy Hugh alone. Y'all give him some credit.
I like Missouri. They are the dark horse in the SEC East. I like them. I like Brady Cook. I think we'll talk more about them here when they play Georgia in the next couple of weeks.
Did y'all
No,
see
but
this
that's
video?
what John said that I was about to say before y'all made fun of Auburn, was that's an underrated comment you made, because that could easily be the biggest game in the East. Everybody was talking about like Georgia and Kentucky, but it might be Georgia and Missouri.
I'm going to say it depends. If Tennessee beats Bama, it's going to be Tennessee versus Georgia again. Well, that game was boring last year, though. But did y'all see this video? It's that Matt Mitchell. He's on YouTube.
I haven't watched his
He's a
most
big
recent
dude.
one.
He put a SEC Week 7. It was about Missouri. And Missouri's obviously like the crazy. He's like he's like, yeah, I just want chaos. I want chaos. And at the end of the video, he goes, I'll admit it. I was glad the Phillies won the World. He said, I was glad the Phillies beat the Braves. That made me laugh so much. That was good. All right, Mal. Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about that. Those are our picks for college football this week. Thursday night we also got NFL. Let's give a quick, no discussion. Just lead with your heart. You got the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the New Orleans Saints. What y'all got winning tonight?
Give me the Jags. Give me Trevor. Give me the Jags.
Who you got? It's in the Benz. It's in the Caesar. My bad, not the Benz. The Caesar Superdome. John, who you got tonight?
Give me the Jags.
You know what? I'm gonna go with the Saints.
You going who dat?
I'm gonna go with who dat. It's at home. It's in the Dome on a Thursday night. Whole state
It's
of
currently
Louisiana
being
watching them.
played, and the Jags are leading 14-3 in the second.
Give me the Jags. I kind of think the Jags are a good team. I really think what they're doing, with Urban Meyer out of there, out of the bars, out of everything, because, it goes down wild in Jacksonville. I don't know if y'all been to Jacksonville, but Sam will be there. Sweaty Boy's going to be
We're going
in the
live
biggest
Largest outdoor
cocktail party in the
party.
South. There we go.
Yeah.
There we
I'm not
go.
gonna
Now,
lie,
John.
I'd love to go to Jacksonville, but
Not much there.
you know what? Can y'all hear me? My thing's messing up.
You're good. We hear you.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to go to Jacksonville, but what I really want to know is you got to pick one of these scenarios right now. All right. I can't take credit for this, but I'm going to do a little bit of a spin-off on an instant classic. All right. Would you rather take an Aroldis Chapman fastball to the rib cage, get laid out full speed by Myles Garrett, or take a right hook from Mike Tyson? Nobody in modern boxing has come close to Mike Tyson's right hook. So,
all right. Well, I got a follow-up question.
yes.
If I'm taking the hit from Myles Garrett, am I wearing pads?
No, and he isn't either.
Well, what kind of hit? Is he hitting me with a helmet like he did that one time? What is he doing to me? Is he hitting me
No.
like he did Mason Rudolph? It's just, I mean,
No, he's
what?
like hit sticking you, like full speed sprint hit stick.
Where is Mike Tyson hitting me? In the temple or in the right here?
In the jaw. And he doesn't have boxing gloves on. It's bare knuckle. And Aroldis Chapman, instead of it being 63 feet or whatever, we're gonna take it down 10 feet.
Oh, give me Tyson.
I'm going Myles Garrett. I think that's a more evenly dispersed knock. It'll hurt. I'll probably be knocked out. But I just feel like my face would be screwed up if Mike Tyson. Another one, a roundhouse kick to the face from Conor McGregor. Imagine that. I just feel like my face would be screwed up if he punched me. And Aroldis Chapman or any flame throwing pitcher, that could just cause internal bleeding. It could rupture my spleen. There's a lot of more. It's just a more focused impact. I'll go with Myles Garrett. I'm not. Now I don't want any of that to happen to me, but
None of it is ideal. But if you had to pick one, I'm with John. I'm gonna go the Mike Tyson punch in the face. I feel like Myles Garrett would destroy me. I'm not big. Myles Garrett would destroy me. And then an Aroldis Chapman fastball, you hit it on the head, Sam. You're talking broken rib, punctured lung, all types of stuff could go wrong with that.
I'm just saying, if Alan from The Hangover can take a punch from Mike Tyson, I can take a punch from Mike Tyson.
And he might let you pet his tiger afterwards.
What do tigers dream of when they take
we're the three best friends that anyone could
have? But no, yeah, we could. I mean, I think that was a pretty good question, John. That's not a bad one. Not a bad one. I saw where we kind of recently blew up on TikTok because of our crocodile fight video. Blew up for heads up play. Blew up for heads up play. And John, I saw this weekend you ran into some fans. What was that like? Your first experience with your own fan club?
Dude, it was crazy, man. So I was sitting there and I was just talking to I was talking to the president of the South, and he was telling me how much he appreciates the podcast and all that, and then all of a sudden these two fans walk up and they're like, J-Dub, and I'm like, yeah, what's going on? Where do I know y'all from? And they were like, we know you from Heads Up Play, and I was like, oh man, thanks for the support. And they they're like, what?
Did you tell him you do it? Did you tell him you do it for the culture?
Yeah, I did. I did.
He just does it to get through the day.
We really do appreciate our fans here at Heads Up Play. Do not be afraid when you see us. Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
We into double digits territory now. We didn't hit 20 though, so you don't have any shaving cream on your face this episode.
I'm going to say, we don't have any shaving cream. It's still up. If we can get 20 subscribers, or, if we can hit 50 followers on Instagram, or, if we can get any TikToks to, I don't know. What's a realistic goal, Sam?
Realistic
for TikTok likes.
For TikTok, 300 likes.
Let's do it.
You know what? No, with our follower count, 1,000 likes. 1,000
likes. 1,000 likes, and John will shave his eyebrow.
His name's also John. That's not me.
My name
Cowboy's
is John
name
Rivers.
is John.
John Rivers.
My name is John Wesley.
Oh, well.
If we get 1,000 likes on a video, I will eat a candle.
Yo, we have shoe knives. Y'all remember shoe knives?
Dude, he goes live on TikTok all the time, and he's only ever got 12 people.
I love to comment on his. I used to comment on his videos, and I'd ask him, "What do you think the situation about Alec Baldwin? What is your opinion on the Alec Baldwin situation?" While he was eating a deodorant stick, I don't think he was ready for that. He'd be eating a deodorant stick, giving his political views on everything. That's when you know your life has hit rock bottom. And on our next episode,
what?
We gotta stop talking at the same time, John. There's something weird going on with you and me whenever we start talking.
Our next video, we're gonna eat dog food.
We're getting in the weeds now.
We'll get in the weeds, but guys, I think that was a pretty good episode. We want to thank y'all so much for coming out. Y'all be ready. We're releasing on Monday. We will be talking about college football, of course, what happens with the weekend. There's a lot of stuff going on. We might have to find out what's going on with Michigan. We got James Harden not showing up to practice. Practice, man, practice. You got NFL. John, we got a home run. Who?
What just happened?
No. Okay, bases loaded. Jordan just hit one at the track, but they caught it.
Well, I agree. I thought this was a good episode. I think that's a good end note there. Everybody be sure to follow us. Be sure to like and subscribe on Instagram, on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Like us on Apple Podcasts. And be looking forward to the next episode on Monday. All right, everybody. Peace out. Heads Up Play, episode 3. It was a good one.